Mental soap. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Got the timer set. Welcome to day 24 of our Get Up and Go challenge. I am proof today that colds still exist in this day and age of COVID. We can still catch colds. Got a cold from my granddaughter. Did a sleepover last Thursday night and she wasn't feeling well. And my daughter got the cold and then I got the cold. We're just kind of passing it around like we used to do in colds before COVID-19. Well, today we are going to talk about mental soap. And the tool we're going to use to talk about the S, the O, the A, and the P with respect to our thinking, our mindset, is affirmations cubed. I call this affirm cubed, or it started out, I've always, not always, but in my probably early 30s, I got interested in affirmations. I used to actually collect, and I had books of affirmations. I am statements are affirmations. Affirmations are things that we tell ourselves. And guess what? We're always affirming things to ourselves, whether we're consciously aware of it or not. We're always talking to ourselves. There's always a dialogue going on in each and every one of our heads, whether we're aware of it or not. There's the things we're saying when we're conscious and we're aware and we're engaging with other people or talking to ourselves in the mirror. And there's then that silent, still voice in our head that's always talking to us. Well, that makes up our subconscious plus our conscious, and I'm not going to get into all the brain things because I definitely can't do that in 10 minutes. So affirmations are just things that we say to ourselves. They're usually in the present. When we're consciously making these statements, we want them to follow the 3 Ps. Be in the present tense. We want to make statements about ourselves as if we're already the way we want to be right now. So if I say I'm fit, trim, energized, and active, it's because I want to be fit, trim, energized, and active right now. So it's the present tense. It's personal. It has to do with you. You alone can make statements and affirmations for yourself. You know, we can pray for other people. We can wish good things on other people. But the truth is, the only person we can actually affect and control is ourselves. So I am statements, make them personal. And then they need to be positive. One thing that many of us make the mistake of, especially when we're young, is we don't understand that our brain doesn't hear positive or negative messages. It only hears the exact words. So if I say, I don't want to gain any weight, guess what? Our brain will automatically tell us gain weight, gain weight, gain weight. And so we need to be careful when we're forming our affirmations, and then especially our affirmations cubed, that we watch and make sure that they really are positive and that they're not backhanded negative statements. For example, I want to make positive statements, not negative statements, because our brain won't hear the negative; it'll just erase it. Like, I'm trying to think of a quick example of this. There's so many, and I used to do it automatically. I'd have negative statements, and I wouldn't realize that I was doing it, and I'd be saying and reinforcing negative behaviors in myself because I thought I was pushing away things and saying I didn't want them. Like if you say, I don't want any debt, or to reduce my debt, that sounds like a positive, but really all your brain is hearing is debt. And so your brain is saying, oh, we need debt. And so the more debt you accumulate, the happier your subconscious and your mind is. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we're being present tense, positive, and personal with respect to us. Now, to apply this to the SOAP framework for our mindset, I will let you in on a little secret. Our thinking, our mindset, is the second biggest driver in our life. And I'll say that because I think we talked about the biggest driver in our life yesterday. Our emotions, whether we believe it or not, are the biggest driver in our life. But we as human beings have the ability to think about and decide what our emotions mean. And we learned yesterday we can choose, using the emotional guidance system, to feel better and better and better. We don't have to make big quantum leaps in that. We can just pick a better feeling emotion. So then the second thing is our mindset. Why? Because our mindset and our thinking is how we come up with our beliefs, and our beliefs will indicate what we'll even try to do, they'll tell us what we're capable of, but we won't step out of our comfort zone because we won't even believe that we can do something. Now, I'm a huge believer in there's no such thing as can't, and we'll talk about that when we get to our confidence area. But today, let's think about our SOAP framework with respect to our thinking and our thoughts and our mindset. Now, we talked about flip switching, and so if you don't know what you want your mindset to be right off the bat, think of opposites or the things. Think of what's the situation in my mind and my thinking right now? Am I using negative self-talk? Am I putting myself down? Am I thinking that things aren't possible for me when indeed I see other people doing it all the time? Am I comparing myself to others? Am I rigid, open, or closed-minded, negative, pessimistic, doubtful, judgmental, or blocked? Those things we want to flip to being, of course, open-minded, positive, flexible, having a belief mindset. We want to go from doubting to believing. We want to go from, I'm going to look at my list here. We want to go from, judgment to accepting. We want to go from being blocked to flowing, closed to open, negative to positive, rigid to flexible, pessimistic to optimistic. So we don't want to do all those simultaneously, but maybe the biggest ones for you, if I know that I'm rigid and controlling, I'm going to probably have an affirmation that I am more open, flowing, and flexible. And then we're going to cube these by making them exponentially more powerful than just a regular I am statement. I am statements work, especially if you say them out loud and you do them often and you feel the feelings, because we want to tie our emotions into our thinking of those things. And if you visualize what it'll be like, or as your Power Vision movie, as you are right now, visualize the I am statement as if it's already true in your life. If you say, I am fit, trim, energized, and active, visualize yourself right now being fit, trim, energized, and active, and doing active things. Put yourself into that Power Vision movie. So how do we do this 3-part affirmation, or affirmation cube, or affirmation? I'll have to think of a name for it, because it's more than just I am statements and affirmations. If you need help finding affirmations, just search affirmations on the computer and you will literally find hundreds of thousands of different affirmations you can say. The best ones are the ones you write yourself, the things that you want to create, because we're all unique and special and different, and we need to pick the things that work for us. So the first one is an I am statement. I am, let me see what I put here. I am, or how about I unconditionally love myself? There's a good basic one to start out with. I unconditionally love myself right now. If you want to reinforce the feeling right now, I unconditionally love myself, you can add right now or some other qualifier at the end. The second part of the affirmation is, why is it so easy for me to unconditionally love myself right now? Why is it so easy for me to blank? Why is it blank? And then the third part of the affirmation is, how can I? So I am, why is it so easy? How can I? How can I unconditionally love myself even more? How can I unconditionally love myself? I guess I like even more. How can I unconditionally love myself even more? So what would be another one? I am open-minded. I am positive. I am flexible. I am optimistic. I focus on my positive beliefs. I am accepting of other people. I am flowing in every situation. Why is it so easy for me to be open-minded? Why is it so easy for me to be optimistic? Why is it so easy for me to be flexible? And then, how can I be even more open-minded right now? How can I be even more flexible right now? So when we say these affirmations and we repeat them over and over again, and I'm definitely going to run out of time today, we're going to say them, and my challenge for you today is pick an affirmation, try it on today, repeat it 3 times, and see how it makes you feel. Share in the comments below, if you're brave, what your affirmation is. I will tell you right now, I say I unconditionally love myself right now every single morning as I'm brushing my teeth. Find ways to make it easy for you to succeed, and then make it a habit, because if it works for us, we want to repeat it. And if you've never done affirmations, you're not going to know it until you try to see if they work for you. It's our quick lesson for today. Any questions, please hit me up, because I went through this really fast. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. And we're going to talk about our spiritual soap. Don't worry, it won't be woo-woo. Have an awesome day. Bye.